right, so I am here with Eric Fitzgerald and Myles Gray. And tell us about your company.
For our company, we focus on large production of drones for the U.S. military. So for the drone production, that's all based on adaptive intelligence. So it's not requiring drone operators. So that way you can have either security systems, police forces, fire rescue, or carry live ordinances actually into places you wouldn't have an individual person want to be in. And we no longer have to have people, learning and teaching and training how to fly these drones. So protecting the people that we used to have to put out on the front lines, now we're creating an automated swarming system that does all of that for them, as well as focusing on the people that are at home and keeping those people safe with peptides. So lots of different peptides. We're really trying to focus on our veterans specifically with singular treatments to give them actual long-term healing instead of,
How did you get from the drones to the peptides?
They're both the BA. Are you asking me? Yeah, so it's kind of a singular focus of just enhancing the quality of human life. So for us, it ends up being, well, if we're sending people out into dangerous situations that are doing their job willingly, which we honor and respect that, but at the same time, it's do we have to send them to do those things? The answer is no, not anymore. With adaptive intelligence and the drones and everything we've built, we can send, and solve that solution. But as soon as those people are now home, they then still have the issues, the side effects, or medical issues that go with, giving service to their country. So we figured if we're going to try and keep more people home and keep them safe, why not also try and focus on healing them once they're back? And that's been a big shift for us, is just going into the peptide space so that way we're able to give them something safe, effective, and a lot more cost effective for the government that ends up footing the bill. The drones are used specifically for, firefighters, police, and military. So those drones are used in place of the people that are going out and risking their lives doing their job. Separately, the company is now, because we've taken people that don't have to risk their lives anymore, right? They can be home and a little bit safer. We're wanting to just create a better space for all of those people. So outside, right, we have drones. We're replacing them, keeping them safe. And at home, we have a peptide available for them, or working on something to give them the ability to maintain the healing while they're there.
Okay. All right. So how's your drone different than any other drone that's out there?
So the biggest part is going to be the adaptive intelligence. So you can think of AI as something that can, take a bunch of data and then make a decision based on that, and then it stops, right? With adaptive intelligence, it's going to be able to take in all of the data, make a singular decision, and predict multiple decisions afterwards to be able to make the smartest one possible. So closer to what an actual drone operator would do is if they want to go fly a drone into a room and then get a scan and then figure out what they want to do next, that's what we're able to do. It's the big difference there is just adding the adaptive intelligence instead of just an AI or anything like that.
Well, that does sound a little bit like what a lot of people think AI already does. So right. What is your secret sauce, or do you have a patent on this?
Yeah.
Okay, absolutely. So what's your patent covering?
So the patent is focused on the portion of it that's not just a chatbot. Right, getting answers is different than getting solutions and a multi-step plan to execute whatever a primary goal is going to be.
So give me an example, real life situation. Mm-hmm. You've already proven concept, right?
Yeah.
Okay, give me an example of exactly who you're approaching, who you're selling to, how effective it's in the marketplace, how far along are you with it?
Yeah, so right now we've also taken the adaptive intelligence, placed into a pair of smart glasses. So the smart glasses are IR and VR, AR, sorry. But you're able to wear them, and instead of a chatbot, an AI that you would have in a pair of glasses, you need to ask it a question, and it'll respond to you with whatever your answer is. Kind of like Siri in your phone. That'd be similar to that. With these glasses being adaptive intelligence, it's going to continuously scan the room, scan your environment, the people around you, and be doing multiple step processes on what it thinks you're going to be asking. So I could walk up to you, and if I didn't see your name tag today, it would be able to do facial recognition, figure out who you are based off of, let's say, your LinkedIn profile, and then provide your name and your company name and who you are to me on the glasses without me having to ask for it, right? So it's thinking more future forward, and that's the product that Eric actually has with him.
On my face.
Yeah.
That's what you're wearing right now?
Yes, I am.
Those are them.
Is this the game you're playing? Is it that kind of thing where you can, with these glasses and...
So, for example, let's say we're at a conference, you pop up, you're like, "Hi, Eric," and I don't know who you are. So face recognition, what it's going to do is, first it's going to pull your photo from, let's say, LinkedIn. and then it's going to give me what to say. It's going to say, this is Cheryl. She is from Verizon, and she works in this. And I'm like, oh, Cheryl from Verizon, right? And then your coworker that should be here that isn't, Jonathan, he's not here. So Jonathan's not here today. Oh, okay, so what brings you here today? And then while you explain, it's going to listen to the conversation and tell me, okay, say this next. Say, oh, I don't know about that. Can you tell me more? Because it sounds interesting. As soon as it gets more information, then it'll say, oh, okay, now it'll give me informed decisions to make these responses to you. So now it'll give me a script on what to say right on the lens, so then I know exactly what to say to you.
Read it from the lens.
Yes, that's why it has the heads-up display. So then that way I can see what's going on. The camera identifies you and the other objects in the room. Plus the microphone can hear everything.
Where's the microphone on that?
It's built into the frame.
Are you using it right now?
Yes, I am.
What did you find out about me?
That I'm glad that we're doing this interview. So on the new version that we're coming out with, it will have EEG sensors inside of the frame, which have a headset that we've been demonstrating, which allows you to map out the brain in real time. So you can use the motor cortex sensor of your brain to control your user experience. So if you want to control video games, cars, drones, whatever, you can use that. And we've been using EEG for a lot of things for the past 40 years, but no one's used it the way that we have. Almost like replacing the mouse for your computer or the touch screen. Now you can interface with it just using thought or think to act commands rather than just having to touch things anymore. It makes it better for security, mobility, and driving your car, sending preset text messages that you already have, so you don't.
Is this out in the market right now being sold?
It's going to be sold this year. We're working on finishing up some touches on it. We've been experimenting with the EEG tech for a while, freshening up on the interpreter for it. So for example, let's say you want to watch Netflix, but you don't know what you want to watch. It uses behavioral science to narrow down your actual search result. So you'll be able to narrow down your search results on Amazon and Netflix using behavioral science. There's a few vendors we've been looking at that make headbands with the EEG sensors. Our software interprets the data, and it uses forensic psychology, behavioral science, in order to determine what it is that you want. So all of your search results are instant. For example, ever had a song stuck in your head, you don't recall the name of the song?
Yes.
Yeah. So we took a lot of students and volunteers over in San Francisco back in 2015. We had them hooked up to our EEG sensors, listening to music, and then the computer would take the neural activity and create an algorithm for that song. So then the computer knows you're listening to that song. So then we tested this out, played the song back by memory, had the person just play it in their head without it playing. The computer couldn't tell the difference between the song being played live or it being a memory, and then it said, you're listening to this song.
I got an application for you. Can you make the glasses do the karaoke thing? So that when you're singing, you're seeing the words.
Yes.
And they don't know.
Yes. I used it to cheat at playing golf. Yes, because I'm not a golfer.
Well, I'm a singer. That would be wonderful. Do you have cute glasses for women? Are these different styles?
We're actually working with a company that makes designer frames. So then that way we can put the lenses in designer frames.
Wow.
So then that way they look like your everyday device. Because how many wearable computers do you see people have out there that you really want to put on your face? No one wanted to put the Apple goggle things on their face.
Yeah.
That doesn't work. But then not too many people have smartwatches that work.
Well, they're also, women like to wear different ones.
Yeah, and I like to wear nice chronometers that don't take batteries. So yeah, with glasses, we need them. At least with these, with upgraded sensors, we can see in the dark. We can identify threats and risks when you're walking into your home.
Wow.
When you're walking around outside. You can identify objects that you didn't see before and have it actually slow it down and play it back right in front of you. Things that are moving at high speed. We have so many things that are capable for what we have today. It's that time. That's why we're deploying it this year.
So you're here at the conference. What are you looking to do? Are you raising money? How far along is this company in terms of getting out to market, and what do you perceive those will cost?
Oh, right now, cost about probably, if they are not designer frames, You're probably spending about $300, but it does
that's
everything you
nothing.
need. I know, it's cheaper than night vision, and you can see in the dark with it.
You can get them now?
Not yet. Cannot get them yet.
Well, when's it coming out?
It'll probably the end of this year. We're working on a new battery, so then that way we can charge it using induction, and the battery can last longer, because we want you to be able to go throughout your digital lifestyle without any issues of having to charge it. Because if you need it on your face and you're dependent on it, it needs to work. So we're looking at different ways to charge it while you're on the go. So that way you don't have to worry about it. You can go swimming with it. You can go
Swimming
jogging
with it?
Yeah. Using induction would make it completely submergible. Right now it's semi-submergible, but then now you'll be able to go diving with it and record everything that you see out there, even identify a fish that you don't even know what it is.
Can you ask it questions?
Yes, you can ask it questions. You can ask it a lot of questions. Sometimes you will not get the answer that you're looking for, so you have to be specific.
Okay.
Specificity is one of the key things that it needs. But with the AIs that we have, you will be able to have your own AI companion that thinks like you, that you can talk to about anything and have it incorporated in your glasses or in your car or in your plane.
Is there like a privacy issue that's going to come up with this?
No, there won't be. That's why we built the security first, which we're using AI for security, and that will protect everything from code injection attacks and viruses and all types of other cyber threats that are out there. And we needed to focus on that before we decided, like, okay, we're going to hook your brain up to a computer so you can have fun doing everything else you want to have fun with, but now someone steals your information. So we focused on security first. After doing that, now we're capable of protecting your data, helping you explore new options in the world without having to have extensive knowledge. Just simplicity. We're making things simple because your devices that you buy shouldn't complicate your life. That's like a bad marriage.
So are you raising money right now? You have some offering you're doing, or what's?
Yes, we're doing an IPO for NASDAQ Capital Markets. We just started doing that. We're already trading on OTC exchange right now.
Okay.
So
what's it at? What's the price at? There's usually
right now bouncing between $1.24 to $2, sometimes $3. Once we move everything over to NASDAQ Capital Markets, of course, it's up to the market makers and how things go. But based on what's going on today, hey.
So what's the next tranche that you're looking to raise?
We're doing a $200 million IPO.
$200 million?
Yeah.
Is that what you just said? Oh.
Yeah, most companies do way more than that for no reason. This will be like the only raise that needs to be done for expansion. And that's so we can make better quality products. So that way, instead of mass producing something just to get it out there, want to make sure it's something that's built to last.
So if somebody wants to get a hold of your offering, or is it available on your website? How do people find out? Now,
yes.
We have to clarify something here. Everything you just said is different than when we started with the drones, okay?
Right.
And this, I can get my arms around a little bit easier, I'm sorry to say.
Oh, it's okay.
Myles, the glasses are here and all that. So I'm just saying that that's a fascinating story. So how do people find out how to get a hold of you, or even you have demos on your website or something?
Yes,
What's going on?
We have information here. There's demos on the site. They can contact investor relations, and our investor relations director can give them everything that they need.
That's your in-house director?
Yeah.
Okay. And so where are you located?
We're located in Murrieta on Technology Drive.
Is that in Orange County?
No, it's next to Temecula.
Oh, okay.
Wine country.
Okay. Oh, well, of course. This is a great story. I'm so glad that Josh put us together. And say the name of the company or the website so they can take a look at it.
All right. Turnkey Capital Inc. Stock ticker symbol TKCI.
Okay. Eric, Myles, thank you.
All right. Thank you.